Atmanamaste, dear soul crafters. Welcome to my exclusive podcast, Soul Crafting with Tanushri, Crafting Your Inner Awareness. Hi, I'm Tanushri Nair, your energy transformation and mindset specialist, author of the book Bring Out That Red Lipstick and an energy worker. I'm also an ICF approved life coach. I'm on a mission to enable 100,000 women to discover their innate feminine energy balance through my Inner Shakti blueprint in 90 days. I'm thrilled to bring out this new episode of the podcast show, Season 1, the Awakening series. As the old wise saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. This podcast is for all those people who are in the daily grind of life, who have forgotten to take a pause and smell the proverbial roses. For those who need a hand to learn self mastery of their thoughts, emotions, and inner self. I am learning too and would like to share this journey with all my fellow listeners. Together, we can go miles. I'll be sharing and discussing with you how you can discover and maximize your inner awareness by balancing the subtle masculine feminine energy balance within yourself through easy to practice meditations, lifestyle changes, and mindset changes. I also invite successful guests to share their inspiring stories and techniques of how they have converted their adversities to opportunities. Look out for new episodes every Tuesday and Friday and a special curated guest Soul Sunday series every Sunday. This channel is for all those who are seeking an inside out transformation. In today's episode, we'll be talking about self love and self healing. We all have what it takes to lead our life completely and with full potential. We are designed by the Creator to be a complete package. Then why do we self sabotage our journey? The human mind and body are a potent combination, and we can use it for us or against us anytime. Quoting Ketki Gokhale, who was our guest for the last episode of Soul Sunday, the quote from the Vedas where Lord Krishna said, "Our mind can become our friend or enemy. We only have the power to control what goes within us and not outside. The monkey mind keeps chattering, but do we have the capability to pull the rope and tame it? Most likely, we turn it against us, against ourselves, belittling ourselves, and being in the regret and remorse and depriving ourselves from self love. I'm too fat, too thin, too shy, too scared, too angry. I'm not intelligent. I'm not so beautiful. I'm not as talented. I'm not healthy. I'm old. I can't dance. I can't swim. I can't drive. I can't paint, etc. How many times per day and through our life have we said these statements and brought it into reality? We say and wish positivity for others. Then what stops us from saying it to ourselves? Yes, self worth. Self worth plays an important role here, and self worth is directly connected to self love. It should not be connected to how much one is financially capable. I have seen a lot of women struggling and wanting to move out of difficult abusive situations, but step back for want of confidence, financial independence, and self worth. It is easier said than done. Yes, I agree. The first step towards self love is healing oneself. I can't reiterate enough why self love plays a huge role for us and why healing comes before. Even in my book, Bring Out That Red Lipstick, my first and longest chapter is about self love. Tell me, how can a broken me love myself? We all have the capability to heal ourselves. We have all the resources within us. The need is to explore our inner realms to fish out that exact potential that we need. And challenges that we face in life are exactly the mirror that we need to identify it. What is self love? Is it being selfish or narcissism? No, it is not. Though there is a thin line that people can cross from self love to narcissism. So, how can you practice self love? We always have choices. Let me share this thought provoking, inspiring story which I heard ages back when we used to read every forward coming into our mailbox. So the story goes like this. Jerry was the kind of guy you love to hate. He was always in a good mood and always had something positive to say. When someone would ask him how he was doing, he would reply, "If I were any better, I would be twins." He was a unique manager because he had several waiters who had followed him around from restaurant to restaurant. The reason the waiters followed Jerry was because of his attitude. He was a natural motivator. If an employee was having a bad day, Jerry was there telling the employee how to look on the positive side of the situation. Someone asked, "I don't get it. You can't be a positive person all of the time. How do you do it?" Jerry replied, "Each morning I wake up and say to myself, Jerry, you have two choices today. You can choose to be in a good mood or you can choose to be in a bad mood. I choose to be in a good mood. Each time something bad happens, I can choose to be a victim or I can choose to learn from it. I choose to learn from it. Every time someone comes to me complaining, I can choose to accept their complaining or I can point out the positive side of life. I choose the positive side of life." "Yeah, right. It's not that easy," said the man. "Yes, it is," Jerry said. "Life is all about choices. When you cut away all the junk, every situation is a choice. You choose how to react to situations. You choose how people will affect your mood. You choose to be in a good mood or a bad mood. The bottom line, it's your choice how you live life." The man reflected on what Jerry said. Several years later, he heard that Jerry had left the back door open one morning and was held up at gunpoint by 3 armed robbers. While trying to open the safe, his hand, shaking from nervousness, slipped off the combination. The robbers panicked and shot him. Luckily, Jerry was found relatively quickly and rushed to the local trauma center. After 18 hours of surgery and weeks of intensive care, Jerry was released from the hospital with fragments of the bullet still in his body. The man met Jerry 6 months later and asked him how he was. Jerry said, "If I were any better, I would be twins. Wanna see my scars?" He asked him what had gone through his mind as the robbery took place. "The first thing that went through my mind was that I should have locked the back door," Jerry replied. Then, as I lay on the floor, I remembered that I had two choices. I could choose to live or I could choose to die. I chose to live. Weren't you scared? Did you lose consciousness? He asked. Jerry continued. The paramedics were great. They kept telling me I was going to be fine. But when they wheeled me into the emergency room and I saw the expressions on the faces of the doctors and nurses, I got really scared. In their eyes, I read, "He is a dead man." I knew I needed to take action. What did you do? I asked. Well, there was a big burly nurse shouting questions at me, said Jerry. She asked if I was allergic to anything. Yes, I replied. The doctors and nurses stopped working as they waited for my reply. I took a deep breath and yelled, "Bullets!" Over their laughter, I told them, I am choosing to live. Operate on me as if I am alive, not dead. Jerry lived, thanks to the skill of his doctors, but also because of his amazing attitude. The words we use for ourselves are creating more harm than good. The law of attraction doesn't work just like that. It needs work too. Working on yourself to become the best version of yourself, healing your body and mind are essential to focus on our soul's growth. The words you choose in the now are important. They are called affirmations. Anything that you say, good or bad, are affirmations. The more you reiterate the weaknesses, they become larger. You slip into victim mentality. The more you reiterate the good, they become larger too. You enter into an empowered zone. So the choice is yours. Which one do you want to pick? Using affirmations is being conscious and taking responsibility for yourself. Using affirmations is being conscious and taking responsibility for yourself. State clearly what you want. Change your personal conversations. Try this. If you have been saying, "Nobody loves me," you turn it into an assertion. I am shining the light of love for everyone else. I am too fat, too thin, too shy, too scared, too angry. I am a person with excess weight which I can easily shed. I am radiating positivity. I am accepted as I am and enjoying meeting new people. Create your own affirmations and say it to yourself every day while you stand in front of the mirror. I love reading Louis Hay's writings on affirmations on healing yourself and loving yourself, and they have been transformational for me. Following is an excerpt from Louis Hay's writings. The past is over and done. It has gone back to nothingness, from whence it came. I am free. I have a new sense of pride and self-worth. I am confident in my abilities to love and support myself. I have learned that I am capable of positive growth and change. I am strong. I am united with all of life. I am one with the universal power and intelligence. Divine wisdom leads me and guides me every step of the way. I am safe and secure as I move forward to my highest good. I do this with ease and joy. I am a new person living in a world of my choosing. I am deeply grateful for all that I have and for all that I am. I am blessed and prosperous in every way. All is well in my world. Thank you for patiently listening till the end of today's episode. For any feedback, please leave me some voice notes and I'll get back to you. Dear listeners, viewers, you can head over to my website www.tanushrinair.com to subscribe to my newsletters or connect with me on my FB page, Tanushri Nair. On Instagram, at Soulful Living with Tanushri, and on YouTube as Tanushri Nair. My book, Bring Out That Red Lipstick, is also available on all leading stores, amazon.in.com.co.uk. Both Kindle and paperback versions are available as well on Kobo and Google Play too. If you read it, please do not miss posting a review on Amazon for me to see. The links are in the description. Thank you for joining me on today's episode, and until we meet again, stay safe, stay inspired. You are all loved. Peace, love and light. Your host, Tanushri, signing off.